Good morning. Welcome to online class. My college is Indira Priyadarshini Government Degree College for Women, Nampalli, Hyderabad. Today discuss the topic is Kara. Introduction, systematic position, occurrence, thallus, structure and growth, reproduction, and life cycle. The topic Kara. It is one of the green algae. This alga Kara classification. Here, Kara division is Chlorophyta. Class Chlorophyceae. Here, Chlorophyceae mean this class. The members of this class are commonly called as green algae. In this class consists of pigments. Higherly, mainly here, chlorophyll A and B present in their plastids impart them bright green color. So, this class is Chlorophyceae. Order Carelis, family Caraceae, and genus is Kara. This algae belongs to the class is Chlorophyceae or Chlorophyta. It is the one of green algae. This algae, it is the plant body. This alga occurrence mainly here there are about 113 species in this genus. Kara grows submerged in standing freshwater ponds and pools. A few species grow in brackish water. They are present in main seas. The form extensive subaquatic meadows, especially in ponds rich in decaying matter. The proper clear hard water without contamination. The plants are anchored to the moody or sandy bottom by means of rhizoids. They are impregnated with calcium carbonate, and due these impregnations the plants are raw and brightly. To touch hence they are called stone oats. The presence of Kara over several years resulting in depositions of marl. And here on the bottom of the pond Kara is worldwide in distributions. In India, it is presented by Kara Nutuda, Kara Valichi, and Kara Jailenica, Kara Corallina, and Fragilis. These some of examples. Next, this is the occurrence thallus structure. Here thallus structure is mainly the plant is about 20 to 40 or 20 to 30 centimeter. Submerged freshwater macroscopic plant body. The erect plant is erect. The plant is about 20 to 30 or 40 centimeters in height. It consists of a long cylinder and erect axis attached to the substratum by multicellular rhizoids from the lower node of the main axis. Arise unisterid branched rhizoids. There are white in color and have oblique septa. The erect axis has nodes and internodes and resembles due to the aquisitide habits. This group is considered as aquatic horsetails. And here main point, main axis and rhizoids and nodes and internodes, nodes to central cell plus 6 to 20 cortical cells, internodes 1 axial and cortical cells. And the main axis has two types of branches. The main plant body is consist of two types of branches. One is branches of unlimited growth. Second one is branches of limited growth. The main axis and the branches of unlimited growth and having nodes and internodes. The internode is a long cylindrical single cell. It is more in length than in breadth. The node is made up of two central cells surrounded by 6 to 20 peripheral cells. From the peripheral nodal cells of the main axis, four types of structures arise. They are: one is primary lateral, second one is axillary branches of unlimited growth, third one is secondary laterals, and fourth one is corticating threads. At each node, a wall of branches of limited growth are present. These are also called as leaves or primary laterals. They may be 6 to 20 in a whole. The primary lateral is small. with 5 to 15 internodes and is green in color. At each node, one called spin-like structure arises in a whole, and they are known as secondary laterals or stipules. From the axils of the primary laterals, branches of unlimited growth develop which are similar to the main axis in structure. The internodal cells are enveloped by corticating threads. The basal nodal cells of laterals gives rise to the corticating threads. Half of the cortical cells encircling the internode are developed from the node above and half from the node below. This is the thallus structure. The thallus structure consists of the two types of branches. The branches of unlimited growth and branches of limited growth. This is the thallus structure. And next one is, this is the plant body. In this plant body, parts given below: nodes, shoot of the unlimited growth, the long branch. Short of the limited growth is leaves, generally called leaves. And short of the limited growth consists of number of internodes, and then here rhizoids. This is the main shoot, Cara sporophytic habit. This is the main axis, erect branches. Here some points differentiated into nodes and internodes. Internodes, long single called enveloped by corticating threads. Nodes, short regularly arranged cells. Bare branches, branches of limited growth, means here short laterals. Short laterals is called, known as leaves. Branches of unlimited growth, this is the long lateral branches. Here some points, side headings: branches of limited growth and short laterals. Next, the cell structure. The cell structure is here mainly, here main points given below: internodal cells elongated, large vacuole cytoplasm and nucleus, peripheral, chloroplast discoid, numerous longitudinally, and cytoplasm peripheral, catenary layer, exoplasm, inner fluid, endoplasm, movement of cyclosis. The cell wall, here cell wall is cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin, pectin and mucilage covering calcium carbonate. Cell structure, main points here. The cell structure, here the nodal cell consists of a single nucleus, a few discoid chloroplasts without pyriminoids and dense cytoplasm. The internodal cells is long with a large central vacuole, several nucleus and many discoid chloroplasts in wall defined longitudinal series. In the internode cell, streaming of cytoplasm is observed. The lining layer of cytoplasm is divided into static exoplasm and rotting endoplasm. The cytoplasm flows down on one side of the cell and up in the other side. Here, the streaming of cytoplasm is due to alternate contraction and expansion of the protein fibers, which remain fixed into the cell wall. The cell wall is made of cellulose and its superficial gelatinous layer is deposited with calcium carbonate. Next, the growth. The growth is here the main axis and the primary lateral grow by means of a dome-shaped apical cell. It divides transversely parallel to its flat base, resulting in a derivative cell. The derivative cell divides transversely in two cells. The upper cell is biconcave and the lower biconvex. The upper cell is called the nodal initial, while the lower is called the internodal initial. This doesn't divide further but elongates, forming the internodal cell. The nodal initial divides lengthwise, producing two semicircular cells. Subsequent divisions occur in covered plants, each intersecting the preceding plane of division in such a way that there are two central cells surrounded by 6 to 20 peripheral cells. The number of peripheral cells indicate the number of primary lateral at the nodes. Each peripheral cell divides into an apical initial that gives rise to a primary lateral and a basal nodal cell. Each basal nodal cell further divides into an initial that gives rise to a primary lateral and a basal nodal cell. Each basal nodal cell further divides into an upper and lower cortical cells. Thus, the internode is enveloped by corticating cells, half of which are divided from the upper node and the other half from the lower nodes. The primary lateral exhibit the same method of growth, but internodes are 5 to 10 and are short. The apical cells stops its activity and become pointed at each node of primary lateral single called outgrowths called secondary laterals or stipules are present. The distinction of primary laterals as leaves at secondary lateral as stipule is misleading. This is the growth of the cells, and second is next is reproduction. The plant body, mainly here reproduction. Kara propagates by vegetative methods besides by sexual reproduction. The asexual reproduction is totally absent. And a Kara consists of two types of reproduction. Mainly one is vegetative propagation or reproduction, and second one is sexual method. Here vegetative, here 3 or 5 types. Mainly here vegetative reproduction in Kara, first one is the vegetative method. Kara multiplies by bulbous amylostars and protonemas, tubers, secondary protonema, amorphous bibles, like outgrowth. First one is amylostars. Star-shaped cells filled with star grains are formed on lower nodes of the branch. When separated, they gives rise to a new plant. Next one is bulbils. These are small rounded tuberous structure produced at the lower nodes of the and on rhizoids. When detached, the bulbils develop into a new plant. And amorphous bulbil, it is also equal to bulbils. These are small rounded and tuberous structures produced at the lower side of the nodes and on the rhizoids. When the separated into the plant, the amorphous bulbs develop into a new plant. Tuberous B also, it forms at lower side of the nodes, just like tuber form. This is also vegetative reproduction. And secondary protonema. Protonema like outgrowths are formed on lower nodes of the branches. When the separated, they gives rise to a new plant. This is vegetative reproduction in Kara. And next one is sexual reproduction. Here, asexual reproduction is totally absent. So, the sexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction type, oogamous type. Here, sex organs large and visible. Male sex organ is antheridia or globules. The female sex organ is oogonia or nucleus. Here plants two type, homothallic monoecious, both on same plant. Next one is heterothallic dioecious plant. Different plants nucleus is always above the globule. Nucleus is always above the globule. In this diagram, orange color is globule and yellow color is nucleus. In this also, the left diagram is plant body. Right side diagram, the sex organ, male and female sex organs. Here yellow color is antheridium, contains sperm or male gametes, and the upper diagram is white layer, white color, oogonia or nucleus, contain egg cells or female gamete. The first one is sexual reproduction. Here, Kara shows highly advanced type of oogamy. The male sex organ is called as the globule, means antheridium, and the female as nucleus, oogonium. When the mature, they are visible to the naked eye. The globule is spherical and radish, while the nucleus is oval and is enveloped by green spiral threads. The globule occurs below the nucleus on secondary laterals. Most of the species are monoecious, whereas a few are dioecious. The former of the protandrous male reproductive structures matures earlier than the female. Sex organs are present on the adaxial sides of the nodes of the primary laterals. The first one is nucleus. In this diagram, nucleus. Here the nucleus is a large oval structure attached to the node by a pedicel cell. These are 5 long spirally coiled tube cells around the oogonium, forming a sterile sheath. Each sheath, the cell terminates in a small erect cell called corona cell. The closely fitting corona cells at the top from a cap over the mature oogonium. The oogonium has a short stalk. The oogonium contains large egg or ovum and accumulates reserve food materials. This is structure of nucleus. Here some more points. Microscopic short stalk. The nucleus consists of node. Homothallic nucleus is always above the globule. Tube cell 5 spirally twisted, cover except at the tip. Corona cell 5 at the tip. The egg is center, uninucleate, rich of food materials, oil drops and star grains. Receptive spot, tip of the egg hyaline. This is part of the nucleus. Next, globule. The globule is spherical reddish in color and consists of a pedicel, a shield made of 8 cells and 8 manubrial cells. In between the cavity of the manubrium, there are primary capitulum cells, next secondary capitulum cells, and long whip-like coiled antheridial filaments. The total output of sperm is about 20,000 to 50,000. The development of globule. The globule is occurs below the nucleus. It develops from an adaxial peripheral cell at the node of a primarily lateral. This cell divides into 2 cells. The lower cell forms the pedicel and the upper cell is the antheridial initial. The upper cell divides thrice, giving rise to an octa stage. Each cell of the octant undergoes 2 periclinal divisions, forming a series of 3 cells. The outer cell, the middle manubrial cell, and the inner is primary capitulum cells. The 8 sealed cells expand laterally, forming cavity inside the globule. The sealed cells have their convex surface towards the outside. There are infolding on their inner walls so that the shield appears many cell. The manubrial cell elongate radially to form rod-shaped manubrial cell. Each primary capitulum cell cuts off 6 secondary capitulum cell. The secondary capitulum cell bifurcates into two cells, each of the which gives rise to a spermatogenous filaments or antheridial filaments. A spermatogenous filaments consist of 100 to 200 cells. Each cell is the antheridium and its protoplast mature into a single antherizoids. It is chylid and biflagellated. When antherizoids are mature, the shield cells separate from each other and expose the antheridial filaments and the manubrium to which they are attached. Antherozoid escape through a pore in the antheridial wall. Antherizoids are released in the morning. This is the development of globule and to forming the male gametes means antherizoids. Next, fertilization. Here given below main points. Numerous biflagellated antherizoids liberated outside swim water rich nuclei. Tube cells elongate near the tip, form neck narrow, central least in the corona. Passage for antherizoids, only one penetrate the wall, fuse with the egg to zygote. The fertilization. Here the spirally twisted tube walls cells of the nucleus separate from one another below. Here the antherizoids enter through the opening in the sheath of nuclei. One of them penetrates through the elonginous ogonial wall and fuse with the egg. The mature oospore is hard nut-like body, varying in color, is forming light yellow to black. It is secretes a thick wall. The sheath disintegrates. The zygote with after fusing male and female gametes after fusing the zygote is formed. The zygote with remains of the sheath falls to the bottom of the pond and undergoes a period of rest. The germination of zygote. Before germination, the diploid nucleus meiosis to the anterior region where it is divided by meiosis. A transversal well is formed separating the lenticulus cells from the large basal cell with their nuclei. These large cells with three nuclei distinguished and become a exposed when the wall of the zygote breaks. The lenticular cell divides vertically into two daughter cells in the rhizoidal initial and the protonemal initial. These initial form a colorless rhizoids and the green filamentous protonema respectively. Both have nodes and internodes. The lowermost node of the primary protonema gives rise to colorless secondary rhizoids and the green secondary protonema. The second nodes of primary protonema produce a while of appendages, one of which develop into the Cara plant. This is germination of. Next, life cycle. Here, asexual reproduction is totally absent. Vegetative and sexual reproduction. The life cycle of Cara is haplantic. The plant is haploid, representing the gametophytic stage, while the zygote is the diploid stage. It undergoes meiosis and germinates, producing the haploid plant. This is the life cycle of the Cara. Here in this diagram, asexual reproduction is totally absent. That is, upper diagram is vegetative reproduction. 3 or 4 5 types: amylum stars, bulbils, amorphophals bulbil, and secondary protonema. Next, second Cara. Next, sexual reproduction. Here left side, Cara produced in this sexual reproduction globule and nucleus. To globule arise to antherrhizoids. Nucleus arise to egg cell. After formation of male and female gametes, fertilization to form the zygote. After zygote undergoes to meiosis after haploid stages spore and germinate to protonema to plant. This is the Cara life cycle. So this topic is over and thank you.